Let me tell you about my last first step. So, as a food addict, I would binge late every single night. Now, for months, I had been talking about starting on January 1st. And then when January 1st came, well, I binged that night. And so then it was January 2nd, and I had to go to the doctor the next day for blood work. I had to fast. And fasting for a late night binge eater is something that is very, very difficult. So I went to that doctor the next morning, starving, got my blood work done, stepped on the scale, and then he told me that I was 411 pounds. My low was 217 before that. I knew it had been bad, but I just didn't expect to see that number, and it absolutely broke me. I was emotionally, physically, and spiritually as crushed as you could be. My reality was too overwhelming for me to even comprehend. How could I have dug myself into this hole again? I hated myself. It was January 3rd, 2017, and my overwhelming reality was crushing me, and the escape was in the McDonald's parking lot that I found myself in. All I had to do was order the food, and for a little while, I'd feel better. I'd start tomorrow. I said I'd start tomorrow for years. I got in the drive-thru and I grabbed the wheel, and I remember looking down and just crying and saying, I can't do this anymore. Can't do this anymore. I'm not going to. And against everything in me, I hit reverse, pulled out of that driveway. I went home and I made something that supported my goals. That was one of the hardest moments of my life. But you know what it taught me? That those are the moments when you have the chance to make the most progress. Because if I could say no then, at my darkest, at my lowest, then I knew I could say it again and again and again and again. And I knew from previous experience, from previous what I used to think was failure, that if I just kept taking one step after another and I didn't stop, that great things could happen. January 3rd, 2017. I've been abstinent from my trigger foods since then, over 6 years. And it started with me crying in the McDonald's parking lot, feeling hopeless. I know it sucks, but when you're in your darkest hour and you stand up to that negative voice and you speak against it and you make those decisions, they can echo through eternity. Those allow you to have more progress than any other. Yeah, I know they suck. I know it's hard, but you can do it. You know what I felt after I did that? I didn't have a choice. Even at my lowest, I felt pride for the first time in so long. I remember it like it was yesterday. And I liked that feeling. I chased it. And I was scared of what was behind me, and I kept going. And you can do the same. You don't have to take on the whole world today. You just got to take a step. And if you keep on stepping, you're going to get everything you want more. So keep stepping. It's going to be okay.